Hey everybody, it is time once again for a smoke detector unboxing. And this is a very special unboxing actually. This one was sent to me by a good friend and fellow collector, Jesse over at JDL Productions. And you may have seen this unit in one of his recent videos. So, of course, if you've read the title, you already know what it is, but I'm gonna... This actually got here surprisingly quick, considering it's coming from almost the entire opposite side of the country. And it's like wrapped entirely in tape for some reason. Which is going to make things difficult. Cutting away from myself this time. Alright, that should be enough. And I moved over in the process. Alright. Whoa! I got a note. How nice. And this is the unit itself. So this here is the First Alert model SA130. And this was actually the second unit that was in Jesse's most recent vid, I believe, as of this recording. So this is First Alert's version of the BRK 1200. So let's go ahead and open up the unit itself. I don't think he featured this one in his other video at all. And he said he was going to be giving it to someone. Well, now you all know where that went, where it ended up. So, nothing else in there. Here is the holder that these are often found in, and here's the manual on the bottom, of course. And here's the unit itself. So, yeah. So I'm going to put this stuff over to the side here and take you guys down. Because this is a very interesting unit, very interesting case that I'm not sure. Actually, yes, we have seen these before because Nathaniel, aka N Lind on YouTube, has two of these as well. But they're the model with the EscapeLight, which was basically BRK's emergency light, like exclusive little feature that they had starting in the very early 80s, and all the way up until today. They still make them. Now you'll notice it looks very similar to this one. This is the original BRK 1200, which, as you can see from the label on the back, it's labeled BRK Electronics Model 1200. But this one, if we look at the label on the back of this one's actually labeled First Alert Model SA130, like it says on the box, and the box depicts. Now this box is actually very much like the SA120 box. I do not have an SA120 box anymore. But the SA120 is First Alert's other EscapeLight model, which looked like this. Now this is actually much more common design than this one to be labeled First Alert. And this is a very early one with the red label, as you saw, and the red colored horn. So this one was actually made in, I think, 1978. Yeah, that was the year that they used the red horn. These, I believe, came, or not these, that's a 1200. These, the SA130s, came out much later than these. I think at this point they were using spare parts from BRK models for First Alert models, or just interchanging them and such. So let's go ahead and open the cover on this one. Now you saw that it has the dome button there, dome test button, which is a characteristic that the later ones have. And it has the the PCB with the black writing, the later style piezo electronic horn with the three small holes, what we call the bagel or donut horn, and the EscapeLight reflector and bulb right there. Just a little screw base like a flashlight bulb. The battery compartment and the sticker there, which some have. I think the earlier ones don't, but the later ones have this. And another thing is that the battery clip is broken into two. I know that the earlier ones, like this SA120 here, it's only one piece like that. Now this one I think is exactly like, yeah, this one's exactly like the 1200 here. It has the exact same PCB with the black writing. And you'll also notice that the sensitivity adjustment is mounted right here on the outside. The earlier ones had it mounted on the inside there. And there's a little transistor there to control the escape light, which can break off, as I've found out. I had to replace the one in this one. Did that like last year, the year before, or something like that. So that one's escape light works now. But yeah, this one is actually dated 1985, judging by this date stamp here, which is a year later than this one I saw. This one's 1984, but that makes sense. They're pretty close in age. The only noticeable difference I can see on the PCB is the color of that capacitor right there. It's blue on this one. Okay, and that's the cover for that one. And here's the inside of this one's cover. As you can see, it's got the labeling molded. This upside down. I don't think it says anything about, well, it does say the chirping. It doesn't say anything about like when the horn begins beeping once per minute. It doesn't say it on the PCB. Okay, let's take a look at the issue number. This one is issue number 18,170. And this one is 11,598. Oh, actually, wait, no, that makes sense. This one was a year younger. That makes perfect sense. And then, of course, this one's way down there. It's 5,525. So, now this, of course, BRK's cover design with those wide vents and the sort of a more cylindrical design than the First Alert, which has this sort of two-tiered design. And it was actually kind of modeled after the 79R, which was this one. So the only difference was that they extended the vents to go out a lot farther. This actually more resembles the SA120's cover, because that one the vents go way out to here, and on this one they go way out to there, but on this one they only go out to about there. They gave it more vent sections to accommodate the escape light, but other than that, they didn't extend no, they did enlarge the side vents, I think. This one's got larger. I can't tell, actually. No, this one's side vents are much larger than that one, but I think that some of these also had large side vents like that, so that's not really a good judgment. But unlike the SA120, which has many more side vents on it than the regular non-escape light SA76RC, they had the exact same number of side vents as the the 79R, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, same number. Thought my eyes were deceiving me there. But anyway, let's go ahead and get a battery in this thing and power it up and give it a test. So I got two batteries. We're going to put it... Let's see, this one's the light battery. Whoops, accidentally hit pause. See if I can do this with one hand. Maybe the other hand. Boy, this one's hard to get in. Hope I'm not bending that. Oh, 1 second. I finally got it in. I was bending that top little tab there for some reason, so I took a screwdriver and pried it out to make it looser to get the battery in. So now let's put the detector battery in. And a characteristic of these 79R era PCBs with the round sensor and the electronic horn is they like to go into alarm when you put the battery in, so I'm expecting that. Yep. Alright. Put the cover back on. And let's give it a nice test here. So 3, 2, 1. Now that one, let's see, the LED, I think. Okay, this one's LED pulses with the alarm pattern. So this one is a bit different than the one that Jesse actually kept, because that one, the LED was constantly glowing when the alarm was sounding, and it also had a faster pulse pattern. So that one was probably just a bit earlier, because if you aren't aware, I'm going to find a battery for this one really quickly. All right, as I was saying, if you remember this one, it has that battery might be a bit low, but it's a bit faster. The pulse pattern's a lot faster in the earlier ones, and it's also not as, like, the off position of the horn, I guess you would say, is shorter than the on time, so it has a quicker, or I guess a quicker sounding pulse to it. So let's test this one once more. Alright, now I'm going to turn the light out, and the advantage to filming when it's dark outside is that I don't have to go into the closet. You can just test it in the dark right here. So I'm going to 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's really bright. Let me turn the lights back on. So of course, they had the BRK design, First Alert design, but then there was also the Sears design, which you saw in one of my shorts. This isn't that alarm, actually, the one that I featured. That one actually is going to another fellow collector. So, yeah, so now I guess let's take a look at the box and the manual. So here's the front of the box that you saw. This one, like I said, same as the SA120, except it shows the SA130, and it has a tiered button on the box. On the top flap. This side. This is the advertisement for the flashlight and the timer thing. And this is about the warranty. That's kind of glary. That's pretty good, I guess. And in the back, and then this bottom flap. And now the manual. Now I didn't get batteries or the mounting hardware with it, but that's okay. The manual, and like Jesse mentioned this in his video, but it's very strange how this manual includes both the SA120, which is this one, and the SA125, which was this one with the white dome button. So, open it up. And if you want to read anything, of course, you can just pause. Oh, that's interesting. This is a much different, later diagram. It doesn't depict the, it's actually just like a sketch, not even a picture. Okay, it's interesting. I don't see a section on the radiation in your smoke detector, which was also included in the 79R manuals, but I guess this is a later revision, because I also see it has a barcode, or the box has a barcode. Obviously, we know this unit is from 1985. I was trying to put that back in the box. But, yeah, so, I don't know if there's anything more to say other than that I am very grateful that this was sent to me. A huge shout out and thanks to Jesse once again for sending me this one, as well as, if you remember in the video, he had the one that he kept. Actually, the test button was broken, or the test button didn't work, but it still sensed smoke. So I'm actually very grateful that he sent me this one where the test button works. But I would have taken either one, honestly. I would have taken the one with the broken test button. Maybe I could have fixed it, who knows. But yeah, once again, that is the First Alert new Unbox SA130 smoke detector with EscapeLight unboxing and testing. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.